Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have the honor and privilege to be being joined by 50. Fifth. What up, Fifth?
Dylan, y'all got me back on the map. What's going on?
Yes.
Listen, I have been experiencing a more kindler, gentler 50. What is happening? Who are you?
Trying to be a little more approachable. I'm taking a little more meetings these days. A little more easier communication is going on.
Nobody owe you any money or nothing?
No, I'm not loaning anybody. Not loaning.
Oh, you're not loaning any money? Man, let me get out of here.
We ain't got no more problems, man.
Fifth, you are in and around these ATL streets working. I sort of post about you creating your sets at the mill and all of that, getting ready for this BMF project. You working, bro?
Yeah, man, good. I'm really excited about the BMF project too. I had because that one was almost 4 years.
Wow.
Since I had picked up at Stars, and what was interesting is when I got the first script from Randy Higgins, is like the writer showrunner for that project, and he's one of 4 writers I got out of the original batch of writers that was in the Power Show, the original Power Room, that went on to become showrunners and run entire projects for me. So currently I got 16 projects.
Oh,
16
wow.
projects across 7 different networks.
Come on, Fifth.
So
Take over, man.
Come on, Fifth.
I'm spreading my wings.
Hey, brother, free.
Speaking of that, they did have kind of a, I guess, lack of a better word, cattle call audition for BMF here in Atlanta 3 years ago, and I stood outside for 4 hours.
Wow.
In the cold. Now, did they pick somebody from that?
Yeah, that won't be for no reason. Like a lot of those people, the tapes, they're still going through tapes to bring people out from that to participate in the show. So like it won't be for no reason.
So they're still looking at my tape?
And they'll see for promotional purposes, I'll be using pieces of that.
Like American Idol, I got you.
So 50, it's been a lot of talks about Verzuz. I know you've probably been paying attention to it. We're wondering if you're going to participate. First, there was some talks about maybe you and T.I., but I was like, nah. But what about, what are you thinking about? What about you, G-Unit, and Dipset? How interested are you in Verzuz?
Verzuz was more interesting when we were completely stuck in the house. Like to me, that was when that was interesting because it was like, it showed up when we needed it. When D-Nice was like the only DJ left on the planet, the only person to watch, and Verzuz happened, and I was like, "Yo, then it was interesting to me," and I was looking at it. But other than that, it's trying to rewrite history. To me.
Why you say that?
Because like it's already happened. Everything that you're trying to do, like the performance for the evening, like if we played the music.
Yeah.
I think music marks time. It's that period that you dominated musically at that point. You know what I mean? And how you felt when the song came on. Like we could play music right now, and it takes you back to how you felt when you was around that person, or right now, like Lil Baby's having a moment.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you play it, you go when his music comes on, I'm feeling Lil Baby.
Yeah. But I want to feel that, you can find me in the club. I know exactly where I was. Would you be open to doing it if they were to ask you?
It depends on what. Like we have to be stuck back in the house.
I mean, you in Atlanta now, so you don't feel like you're stuck in the house. Everybody else stuck, Fifth.
He is outside.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Why would I be doing that? Like it's just.
Why would I be doing that?
He's like, why? What would be the reason?
I don't know what we get from it.
Well, lots of people look at it as giving people their flowers while they still here. It's a stroll down memory lane, like you said, and it's a chance to reminisce and at the same time show some love. But you're like, I'm good.
I think that's for people who didn't get enough. Why they were doing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got more than my. I got to feel more than mine at that point. Like you know, the guys that like they get angry, like when because it's usually the guys that felt like they were lyrical, like they felt like that theirs was special and nobody recognized it.
Right.
Like you know, like not the guy that music connected and they made the money and they really sold a lot of records and happy with their life, the things that came from it. You know, they had a fruitful career because that person, there's no anger. You look at it, you go, well, if somebody else is angry with the outcome, it's not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because everything worked out for me. Like the other guys, there's no sympathy for winners. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people, they'll look at you and they'll go, it's going to be your fault regardlessly, because the people who didn't sustain, even the people that I aided in their career, like the people I supported and brought under my wing to get their careers into good spaces, when they didn't do the right things to sustain their interest, they're angry with me.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. You the reason.
They turn around and they make it my fault because I'm still in a good space and everything. And then that happens and you go, oh, what can you do about that? You just got to accept that also. You know what I'm saying? But, and they look and they go, when there's confusion, it goes on. How about this? Look, Britney Spears, when she shaves her head and she's swinging an umbrella at the paparazzi, that picture's more popular than any other image of Britney Spears. And they spent millions of dollars marketing her. Oops, I did it again.
Yeah.
All these other different images, but we know that image just as well as any other image that they spent millions and millions of dollars for us to, you know, to recognize. And it's because at that point of confusion, they promote the confusion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing because they look at it and go, you went up, that's great, but they'd like to see you come down, hit the show. You know what I mean? There's look, when you go up, it's great, but if you don't come down, how am I have my chance to go up? The artist community itself creates that confusion.
Yeah, you're right.
So like they're going, your peer is going, nah, it's cool, but when your next record comes out, they go, it's cool, but it's not like it was first.
It's not like the first one. Yeah,
like,
you do that.
Yeah, and then you go, man, like you never get a second chance at your first impression. Right. So, man, that's their way of trying to push you out of good graces with the audience. And then slowly but surely they'll use your attributes against you. Like they'll say, whatever you're not, and say that's why yours is not that. Like for Drake, they'll say, oh, he's not hard. For the other guy, they'll say, oh, well, you know, he keeps doing the tough stuff. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, the opposite of whatever the person is. But, you know, like there's whatever way you look at it, like you say, I think to be able to create that formula, because to me, Drake's career, I watch him, he's like LL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. LL would do I Shot You, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go, I Need Love.
And they both work.
They both work.
Drake could do a joint with like Lil Durk or Vaughn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of these guys that got the street.
All right, 50, you know we heard Candy Shop now.
You did hear Candy Shop.
Don't be just putting it on Drake.
21 questions.
Yes.
I got a license I get a pass to do that.
Don't just put it on Drake is what I'm saying. Everybody do it.
Yeah, everybody.
When you do the street oriented music, when you do the hardcore music and stuff like that, like now, right? What are they supposed to do? When you say, when the girls are doing WAP, right? What are the guys supposed to do?
Listen, that's a good question.
Pull up.
Yeah. Talk about pulling up. Yeah.
It's been crazy now because for the content wise, throat babies. we're gonna,
okay, wait. 20 seconds out. The fact that you are like, wow, is amazing to me.
in a whole nother place now. Like you can go.
Wow.
Some of the stuff, like I go, yo, and it's the coolest job. But I'll look and go, yo. Almost like, you don't say that. Don't sing that.
Don't say that.
Don't say the lyrics. I know. It's fine, but don't say that. Melody hot and everything, but just don't say the words.
Right. We're having a culture conversation with 50 Cent this morning. Fifth, we started out talking about your evolution. I've been around for most of it. We've had lots of conversations along the way. You talked about the 16 projects with G Unit Film and Television. Has it been hard to be you along that way? We watched you. We just talked about the ups and downs, the sideways, the shade, the hate. Has it been really hard for you personally? This is a transparency question. Has it been hard for you to be you this whole time?
You know what? There's you're looking at how to evolve, like how to become who you want to be for the future. Like it's for the culture in general, like how the place that you want to carve out for yourself and everything else that's going on, and you say how do you want to be relevant to it in a different way. Like I just want to be able to provide a piece that's missing at points. Like I don't have a favorite artist. I have favorite moments from artists. It's like I said, for me, Future is March Madness.
Hey,
for the baby, his single is like, he does things to me. Like I watch the baby and he's like the Joker to me. Because he's smiling at you, but I know he'll do it. I know he would do it. Like
you just know.
like there's nothing in me that makes me feel like that kid won't hurt you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But he sees like this the whole
smiling
time.
at you.
You know, and it's like he has that one. I'll watch him like I will sit with him and be talking to him in every way to make sure that he doesn't block himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, like that. Because just he can hold himself back. Because he got a lot of talent, a lot of energy there that he can do things that the other artists can't do. But he just got to be conscious of himself so he doesn't do stuff that causes him to spend time out of the game.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like just watching the different talent, like I'll go and implement the storytelling in a different portion of the storytelling process. Like in music culture, simplicity is a big part of it after conditioning. Like once you know how to put it into the format, like go shorty, it's your birthday. It's not rocket science. It comes out. You know, once you know how to do it, it comes out to the production like right away. It's like 40 minutes. I was in the studio when we did
40 minutes?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like I'm doing so much of it at that point. It is coming out every time you put real good production in front of me. It just comes out the right way.
Yeah.
And then now when you're in the writing process, it's so many good writers at one time. Mm-hmm. It's never right the first time. There's always notes from the executives in the writing process when it's television. Mm. So it's always a way to fix it, to rewrite it, and to make it better. And you see it changing and it morphs in the process until it's all the way right. And then it's a different process and I've adjusted to it, but you know, there's ways to make great content, like to keep it all the way up to standard and have I got a different taste. My content is a little more aggressive than the things that they've seen. If you would make any comparisons to anyone African-American making, like if you was going to say Tyler Perry, then mine would be the whole another aggressive version.
It's you, though. It's so you.
More action-packed.
Yeah.
But to stay on the production side, man, you know, Power, obviously everybody loves Power, but For Life is one of my favorite shows, especially for it to be on network television. But I have a question that's kind of deeper than that. You know, you have Nicholas Pinnock, who's the star of that, Damson Idris, who's the star of Snowfall. What do you think about, I guess, the English actors kind of breaking in to the United States or American film industry, especially since you work closely with them?
It's cool. I think, look, when America, it's obvious we're leaders, right? When in America, you make it in American music, you get the world.
Yeah.
Mm. You know, you get, if you didn't, in certain territories when we travel, you'll see God is hot in the UK, but she didn't crack in America yet.
Right.
And you can find things, you stumble over things while you're moving, you'll go, oh, you hear something in Africa, when you listen to it, you go, in Russia, in different places, this guy completely has Russia. Like everything out there is his. Like he got it locked out.
Right.
You go, I'm gonna do a joint with him. And now you're crazy out there because you were smart enough to do that thing with him. But in America, he becomes somebody because he was smart enough to connect with you. You know what I mean? Like it gives them some growth. But when they can connect out here, it broadens them. It broadens them in a different way. And then look, it's just, I don't know how they get to turn the accent on.
I mean, they turn it off real quick.
Real quick.
That means they're absolutely conscious of America gives them everything. Because that speaking the way we speak is they have to be conscious of it and practice it the entire time.
Have to
be able to just turn it off and speak.
Right. Especially Damson was out there doing Snowfall. And, like you would not tell me he wasn't from South Central.
When I met Idris is like a whole DJ. When I met him initially, like his passion for music is unbelievable. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? And then there's like things that are advantages for artists, like their talents, like there's things that they have under that people don't know about them that they can utilize, and later they blossom. They can use it in a different way. It comes out. But, you know, I think when they get a chance, to showcase that people will be surprised about it in different ways. You know.
So, and before we move off of Power, I do have to ask this question for Black Twitter, man. All right, everybody in Black Twitter was wondering about the professors that was on the Power book. What was their purpose is basically what they were saying. They were saying these are the two most useless characters in the history of television. But I know you have the reason for why they were there. Give it to us right now, man.
Well, look, they read it. Look, it was different. We were changing the demo of the show. You know what I mean? Like, look, when you did the audience skewed younger because we went towards the college.
Right.
And it was a lot more viewers viewing the actual show on the telephone, on the app. Instead of watching it at home, they were just watching it on the phone, on the app, because it's just the habits of the millennials.
Right.
And then there's it opened up the audience to the show. Like we did, the Ghost was like almost a continuation of Power. Like the first show to come back as, I never stopped calling it Power.
Me?
I don't think anybody has.
Yeah, me either. I still call it Power. No, I said, have you watched Power? The Ghost one.
Because we came back in the same window, the same time period, the same slot, same everything, and had a bigger audience, like a little more success. You know, because it did open the window up a little more, and then we came back bigger and better. But it just, well, you know, Courtney, the writer, she needed to feel like it was a whole new project. Like, so it had to have closure to restart. So it was Ghost now, but I call it Power because it did start 7 days after it ended, with the complete aftermath of the loss of Ghost. Right there. And then the real organic spinoff to Power is Raising Kanan. It's
the Kanan one, yeah. I can't wait to see that one.
Listen, can you tell me a little bit about Raising Kanan? I want to know all about it.
This one is because of the period, it feels like the natural spinoff because it comes in the 90s. Yeah. And in that one, like I released the theme song for it, and the theme song is I used Rising to the Top.
It's a bop.
It's the whole bop.
Yeah, we played it yesterday.
That music that takes you to a period,
right?
To the top period, and it immediately
rocks in your sock period. Yes, sir.
Picture exactly where you were listening to that.
The rocks in my sock, baby. Keep rising to the top. Yeah.
Right to that time period, you create that feeling. And then it's back to Carl Kanai, Cross Colors.
Ooh,
that
yes. Take it all the way back.
Skytail.
jackets and Bueras, everything that era where people saw no evil and hear no evil. Like when you got caught, you just took responsibility for your actions. You didn't tell.
Oh boy.
Like it's a whole nother.
You kept it a buck. You didn't keep it 69. We got it. We get it.
That was this one right here. I mean, like for me, that this project is really like we mirrored Goodfellas. Where Ray Liotta's voiceover is his adult voice is Sonny's, the young character
right.
Sonny's voiceover, and I do voiceovers for the young version of Kanan.
Okay.
Throughout the show, and they'll hear so they hear my adult voice do some of the voiceovers for it. And it's cool. We got Sasha Penn is again one of the original writers from the original Power writer room, and he's now the showrunner for that show. So you see how it broke up with Voltron. It was like, I got all of these. Now these guys running the whole show for these other shows. So.
Well, you're keeping a lot of people employed over there, sir. I am being formally trained on cognac. I'm well aware.
Formally trained.
I have been to cognac. I am formally and well acquainted with Branson, but I do not know how to properly pronounce your champagne.
Can you please pronounce the champagne?
See? Say it again.
Le Chemin Noir.
The Chemin Noir.
Chemin Noir.
Le Chemin.
50, you got to tell us what that means.
The King's Path.
The King's Path.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the king on the front of the bottle. It's the King's Path. So
Every time you hashtag it, I'd be like, oh, okay, Le Kim and DeRoy. I got it. Okay, that's what he was.
I thought he was saying let your mind do something.
What we say when we see the gold bottle? We say ace.
Right.
Not a Demon Debrak. Almond Debrak.
It's ace, man. Give it to me.
Give us an ace, man.
Get your bottle of that fifth.
Yeah.
Give us that 50 champagne.
That's what's happening. Well, Fifth, we appreciate you, Black man. Thank you for the time. All these things you have going on between For Life, Power Book 2, the third Power Book. How many books we gonna get, bro?
Kimberly Moore.
I almost left out. What's his name? I actually got Wood Harris working in the BMF project.
That makes sense.
And because I couldn't find the right guy to 2 years into looking, when I got the first script back on BMF, when we couldn't find the right kid actor for BMF, I sent Lil Meech from Atlanta to Los Angeles, and I put him in acting school. So he was in school for 2 years to prepare for this actual show.
Wow.
So this gonna be good.
Yeah,
That's kind of dope, though, actually, to make that happen. So we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate your time. We'll be looking for that best-selling book out there as well. You have diversified your portfolio.
He does everything. 50 the businessman, the gentle giant.
I'll get you out of here on this. A lot is being made, or a lot of people, what's real popular is this celebrity boxing.
Celebrity boxing.
We watched somebody get beat up. We watched that apparently Lamar Odom's supposed to fight somebody. One of these other boys wanted to fight Conor McGregor. Is there anybody that could get 50 in the ring in a celebrity boxing match? Basically, anybody you really want to punch in the face.
I don't think I can make weight, though. I don't think I can get down. I'd fight Floyd if I could get down there, closer to the...
Nah, you got to let Floyd come up. Floyd got to come up.
He go there, or he could just let me not have to get down to 150.
You can't. 150. You can't get
I
to
can't
150.
see it. I can't see it.
I tried. I looked like a whole.
You did it once.
Yes, he did. Everybody was like, "What's going on with Fifth?" Yeah.
But I can make one down to like about 180.
180. All right, there we go. 180. He could get up to 170. He probably walk around with 170.
He probably walking on. He walk around at fight weight.
Yeah, he walking around 150.
God, no.
Really 147.
That's real.
Hey man, well, Fifth, good luck, bro. Congratulations. We all available when you need us for all 19 shows.
Yeah. And we got P.O. boxes for that Lakim Dim 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 Remnant. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you want to throw it.
And we appreciate the time this morning having a culture conversation right here on the People Station V103, bro.
All right, peace, y'all.
Alrighty.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.